is Alan Berman, and this is Strivers Row. What you see is a beautiful block designed by famous architects in the late 1880s and construction begun in the beginning of the 1890s. Beautiful historic landmark. This is my actual house, number 269. We're going to restore the exterior, which we've started to do with the door, replace the windows, replace some of the terracotta panels around the windows, and one day it's going to look just like it did when it was first built in 1891. Welcome. And come inside. So I'm restoring this house, which was kind of uninhabitable and was not lived in for a number of years. The plumbing and the electricity basically did not work, and I'm having fun bringing this house back to life. What we're in now is what I call the great room. Originally, this was actually 3 rooms. It was 2 sitting rooms and a stair hall. I'm looking to restore the house and make it feel original, but I still want to open it up a little for modern living. So it's going to feel, when it's done, authentic. And most of the pieces will be authentic, but the rooms have changed a bit. We found a lot of the original details. All these casings, also people call them moldings, are mostly not being stripped right now, but they will be returned back to their original places. We found the original shutters, which are somewhere being stripped right now, original doors. There were 2 fireplaces that separated these rooms. Now it's going to be one grand fireplace. Some of the smaller mantles that were down here are going up in some of the bedrooms for the working fireplaces. That will be there. And down here I've purchased period mantles that will go in the grand new fireplace in the great room, and a larger, more grand fireplace that will go in the dining room. This is a formal dining room. And in back, what you see was the original pantry for the house, and the kitchens were always downstairs. So the servants or maid or family members would cook downstairs, come up a back stair, and bring the food here into the dining room. A lot of people have destroyed this dining room. I think it's important to have a formal dining room in a house and put the kitchen here. But since we have a full kitchen downstairs and a smaller pantry type kitchen here, I prefer to maintain this as a grand foyer dining room. Not a foyer, but dining room. Back here is the kitchen. You also see a pocket door that we found was encased in the wall for 100 years. No one knew it was there, but I suspected, so we chipped open the wall and we found this 4-foot beautiful oak pocket door, which will be put back in place. So that's the skivvy on this floor. It's going to be grand, it's going to be great, and hopefully in a few months you'll all come back and see it finished. Last but not least is this beautiful stair. A lot of the spindles that you see here stripped and replaced are original to the house, and a lot of them are original to other houses. The neighbors in this area care so much about restoring these homes that they have given me spindles from various homes on the block that have been renovated and thrown away. They've saved them so that when someone like me comes along who's an architect and really cares about restoring, I'm going to be able to make all these stairs back to where they would have looked in 1891. So we come up these stairs and we arrive at what will be and currently is the master floor of the house. Originally, the master bedroom for the family was up front here because they just preferred to sort of be on the street and I don't know what other reasons. But we switched that. So we made this a smaller bedroom on this floor, and the larger master bedroom will be back there. Currently we're using this as a place to restore woodwork. It's a little shop. There'll be an IT closet here, and here will be a second bathroom. It could be en suite or used for guests simply by closing this door. After that, we go over in the new master bedroom. So this smaller room was made into a larger room. Fireplace will be working again. And the beauty of having the space back here instead of the front is that there's more privacy and northern light coming in from the southern exposure. Also, we have the extension of the house with bathroom, not the bathroom, the kitchen below, and that will be a deck which the people in this room will be able to use. We have an original fireplace from the downstairs foyer, which will now go into this room to make it grander. And then we step right over here to the master dressing room, which will be filled with beautiful millwork, and it'll be very grand. We like to call it an English closet. And then in the back will be the master bathroom. There's currently a skylight that comes all the way down here from the original house. Unfortunately, to gain more space upstairs, we're going to close off the skylight, at least coming into this room. We will just access the upper bathroom. Still, it's going to be great. And now we come down into what I consider the heart of the house, which is really the basement. By basement, really, it just means we're slightly below grade, but this was really the ground floor as opposed to the parlor floor where a lot of the family action took place. In here was the original family kitchen. It was huge. Oftentimes there were servants. Here we have a hearth that will basically have a new working stove, but it's going to look like that original hearth of the house. Back here we have what will be a laundry room and sort of a mudroom, and in the back we actually have garages. This complex was designed to have service areas in the back. A lot of people had horse stables at one point, and then eventually they turned them into garages. Mine's going to be a double garage with a terrace above, which connects to the parlor floor for entertaining. This was usually the secondary entrance or the family entrance below the stoop, again on the ground floor, where the family would come in, and this would be sort of the hangout, or what we today call the den. And the family would hang here in the fireplace, and they would either go into the kitchen and interact, or they'd be served food here as well. Next, the best thing to do when you buy a house, Stravers Row or anywhere, is to take now what is the cellar, and turn it into a livable floor. You're increasing the square footage of the house and the use. So we're going to show you what we're doing down there. Right now we're excavating. It was 7 foot high. It will be 9 feet high, or a little bit more, and will be usable.